I'm here with Katy Lynch, serial entrepreneur and investor. She's currently starting a new business in the education space, which will be launched this year. I'm interviewing her today about her life and her experiences as a businesswoman. You look lovely wearing the tweed skirt.
Oh, thank you. All thanks to you.
So tell me about you.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Katy Lynch. I was born and raised in Edinburgh, Scotland. Lived there until I was about 12 years old and then moved to the States with my entire family and stayed here until I was, about 17. Moved back to the UK for school, and then when I graduated I quickly realised that I missed the States and I wanted to live back here, and so I did. I took the plunge. I moved back on my own here to Chicago, and that's kind of how I initially got immersed into the startup scene, and I've really been in the startup scene ever since.
So tell me about being in the startup world. It's very male dominated.
It's interesting. As I said before, I moved here in 2007, and when I first got immersed in the startup world, you're right. I mean, I would go to events and I would be able to count the number of females in the room with one hand, right? Which is shocking. Yeah. And we're quite fortunate to be living in a city where there's just a ton of great companies and great initiatives for all people in technology now. And a lot of that, I think, started with, the rise of Groupon and Grubhub and many of the accelerators and incubators in town. And you fast forward to now in 2017, and actually, Chicago is an amazing place to be a female entrepreneur. There are so many more resources for us now than there were back in the day. There are so many incredible trailblazers that are doing, wonderful things, including you.
Including you,
right?
Yes.
And if you'd asked me that years ago, not so much, but the landscape is changing, and it's exciting for all of us.
That's really wonderful to hear from you and to have such an inside look at the startup world. And I agree. So tell me some of the challenges that you've faced. You've talked to me about being feminine and taking care of yourself and being this amazing, incredible entrepreneur. And I know some people don't want to dress up too much, or they don't want to take care too much of themselves because they're gonna be not taken seriously, or they would be seen like a flaky, shallow girl. What do you think? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I've always, in life, I've always just subscribed to do your own thing, right? If you want to dress up, and you love being fashionable and you love being trendy, and that gives you that boost of self-confidence, cool. If you don't like to do those things, that's also cool. That doesn't really have any reflection on what type of business person you're going to be, right? Business and being fashionable are obviously two very separate things. And there's, many qualities that it takes to be a great leader and a great business person, whether you're male or whether you're female. But as far as the fashion and the femininity component to it, for me, that just gives me that, boost of self-confidence, and it's just a huge part of my identity. Fashion is, in many ways, a form of self-expression, right? And it's a part of my brand and my identity.
What does femininity mean to you?
A lot of my femininity boils down to my confidence, my positive attitude, my charisma, my values, basically all of the qualities that make me, I think is what real femininity means to me.
If you have a chance to go back and talk to yourself when you were a little girl, what would you say to her?
I'd say, take more risks. Fail, and don't be afraid of failure. Learn from mistakes. Pick yourself back up. Move on. Get rid of toxic people in your life. Surround yourself with positivity and energy and good vibes. because that'll take you a long, long way. The people that you surround yourself with and the attitude that you have, especially that go-getter attitude, is what sets you above the rest. The things that matter ultimately are your values and your life goals and what it is that you want to be and what it is that you want to achieve. And if you just spend 100% of your energy focusing on that, you will be happy and you will be successful.
If you could say anything to women out there that is listening to you right now, what would you say?
Whether you're young or young at heart, whether you're starting a new career or you're thinking about launching your own business, think first and foremost about your life and what you are super passionate about. Think of the things that make you tick as a person and make you happy as a person, and go and pursue those things. Because at the end of the day, and without sounding too cheesy, you only have one life. You have one life to leave a legacy and one life to make an impact. And so whatever it is that you want to do it. Find a way to do those things. Surround yourself with the right people. Take risks, take chances, explore, travel, be curious, always ask questions, and just keep learning. Always be learning. Change is, the biggest constant in life. I'm just gonna stop there. Maybe we can edit that.
That was weird. Hi! I'm obsessed with this girl and I can't get enough of her, so we're here again together. Yay!
Tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue.